Art. It can be defined as the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. Art can be found everywhere, in the streets, at your school, in your house. Even the clothes you wear are considered someone's work of art.
People display their creative energy in many ways, whether it is visual art, music, writing, etc. Overall, art is a very influential part of society as a whole.
What genre of music do you prefer to listen to and why?
My favorite genre of music is new rock or alternative, so I pretty much like any basic rock from the 90s up. I like anything from indie to like grunge, pretty much any type of new rock. The reason why I like that type of music is because I think it's just I've listened to it for a while, so I'm not used to it, and that's what I identify as good music. Like in my house, I'm not allowed to listen to country, so that's probably why I hate country.
What instrument do you play?
Play a trumpet.
What medium do you prefer and why?
I mostly work with acrylic paints, and I just like the way that I can manipulate it and create textures with it. Also, I love doing collages, and that's something that I've been working towards, so incorporating different elements into the paint and trying to create new textures that way. And caustic is something I'm also trying to get myself into, and again, that's just because of the textures that you can create with it, and just being able to manipulate the medium that way is much more free-flowing, I find, with paint and wax.
You spray paint or pen. Because I like my art to look like pop culture stuff, so the black pen gives it that good little pop out thing.
What style of writing do you prefer, like descriptive, creative, or formal?
Descriptive and creative, I definitely prefer that. I've done a little bit of writing poetry, but I'm not very good. And I'm much better at prose than creative writing. I definitely include my personal life. I think in some way every main character I've ever written is probably me. I am not really good at making stuff up from whole cloth. I definitely include things from my life.
When you're sad, what kind of music do you find yourself listening to and why?
When I'm sad, like number one music I listen to is probably Green Day, because like whatever people think about them and how good they are, I've liked them since I was like 9, and I think that they have really good lyrics that like I can relate to really well.
Do you find that weather affects your musical taste on certain days?
Yeah, I think so. Like when it's rainy, all miserable, you want to like Mumford & Sons, something sad, but then when it's sunny, you'll listen to pretty much anything.
What moods are usually expressed in your work?
I would say I always do art when I find something that really inspires me in nature, and so most of the moods would be happiness or I guess beauty, but that's not really a mood, it's more of just what my art is trying to say. I do my art most of the time when I am feeling very happy about something.
Happy, crazy, stoned, sometimes dark, like dark humor, good chunk of the time. Yeah.
Usually when I write, it ends up being a little bit sad, and I've been trying to change that recently, because even though writing sad or depressing kind of stuff often is more powerful, I think fewer people want to.
When do you find yourself doing visual arts most often?
When I'm bored, when I have nothing to do, when I want to draw something that I want to draw, when I'm happy, when I have an awesome idea, mostly when I have an day, or if I'm just in a chill mood.
Well, when I have the time to do it, so anytime I'm on break from school. But a lot of the time I find myself doing art when there's a change of seasons, and I find myself being re-inspired by what's going on in nature. And I like to try and express that and show that art and the beauty that comes from that. So anytime when spring starts coming or like fall comes around, that's usually the most of the time when I do it.
When do you find yourself writing? Like when you're happy, sad?
When I was younger, I usually wrote when I was sad, and I think that's why I fell into kind of writing sad stuff. Now I'm trying to write when I can. And a lot of the time I don't want to write, and I'm making myself sit down and write, and usually after a few minutes I get right into it, and it doesn't matter what mood I was in before.
Does music play a big role in your life?
I think in some ways it does, because a lot of my interests involve music. Like I like reading like music magazines and stuff, but at the same time it doesn't, because I can't play an instrument. But I think it helps me kind of form who I am as a person. Like when I first started getting into the bands that I am into now, I think I felt more like myself, and I stopped kind of trying to be someone else.
What does music mean to you?
I think music means self-expression, and like to me it kind of means how I can express myself through music, and how I can, if I'm angry, I can listen to angry music or like happy music kind of thing. When I'm sad, sometimes I listen to Ed Sheeran, and I listen to Heavy sometimes when I'm sad. I listen to Ed Sheeran and Heavy when I'm sad just because sometimes their lyrics mean a lot.
How does writing influence your life?
I feel good about myself when I write. Even if what I've written isn't the best, or I find it weak, just having created something always makes me feel really, really proud. It's similar to working out or any kind of accomplishment where I feel like I started somewhere and got better and finished something. It just makes me feel good. That was lame.